Hey Scorpio, welcome to your love and romance reading for November 2021. Happiest of birthdays to the November Scorpios. We're going to connect here and see what's coming up for you guys for the Scorpio Collective. This is going to be for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and yes, also Venus, okay? We're setting the intention for Venus as well. We're going to see what's coming up here in love and romance for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get right on into it, my darlings, and see what we have coming up. Now, Scorpio, as I was getting ready to do the reading for you all, I started to hear the song Always and Forever by Heatwave, and it was giving me all kinds of vibes and all kinds of messages. So I'll incorporate those messages. I'll sprinkle them throughout the reading as we're going through the different cards. But I have to say, Scorpio, I feel like a lot of you are in that, you know, lovey-dovey, sensual, cuddly, kissy, smoochy, touchy-feely kind of winter mood. And I think that a lot of you are going to have a very good romantic experience as we're coming into not just November, but through the remainder of the year. And always and forever, this could be an always and forever person for a lot of you. It is a general reading. We'll see what the cards have to say. First card coming up here is the Hermit, and I just got chills. Okay, all right. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, okay? If you have a Virgo placement, this can be saying that somebody really special or really significant is coming into your life through that area of your life. That might be where you're meeting this person if you're still single and you haven't met them yet, okay? Some of you are dealing with a Virgo person. Keep in mind, it can be their moon, it could be their rising, it could be their Venus if it's not their sun sign. That's why I don't like to get too caught up on, oh, it's this sign or that sign, because sometimes it can throw us off. We might not know what somebody's placements are, and then we totally don't even realize that Spirit's talking to us about that person. But this is a major arcana card. So anytime the major arcana cards come up for me in a reading, especially in a love reading, it's very significant. Major arcana cards in general, this is like a significant time of your life, a new chapter. It's something you came here to experience. When major arcana cards come up at the foundation in a love reading for me, it tells me there's a very strong past life connection, and that you all have made a contract with each other. You agreed that you are going to meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. And when I look at the major arcana card, it tells me what that reason is. So, for some of you, both of you have had a massive spiritual awakening, and this massive spiritual awakening is something that you guys are going to be together, exploring together. The Hermit card can also indicate some of you are coming out of a long period of just kind of keeping to yourself. Your person may be coming out of a long period of keeping to themselves. But again, this is a part of the awakening, processing your life experiences. And when I have the Hermit card come up in a love reading between a couple, it's telling me that this is someone that is holding the light up to you, and you're holding the light up to them. You guys are helping to like see yourselves in each other. This person is helping you see and realize, you know, who you are, what you're working on, what you're looking to heal, and vice versa. Sometimes this can be in a painful way, right? Because you're in this relationship and you're getting triggered, or this person is saying things or doing things, and you're like, oh my God, I do that too, and I don't like that. I don't want to be that way anymore. And there could be a mirror kind of situation in that way. However, because of the vibe that I'm feeling and the song that came in the beginning, I feel this is very loving. I feel this is very gentle. This is more like you guys are really opening up to each other. And this is a big thing for Scorpio. Okay, I'm a Scorpio, so I can say this, and a lot of you are probably going to relate. We love to talk about deep stuff. Like, we love to go deep into a subject or a topic. We love to talk about all of like the dark little things that we have buried or hidden, and we love it when people open up to us and they give us all of their deep, dark, buried stuff. Like, we love to not that we love misery, but we love to know and to connect in that way, and to understand and to heal and to process. And I feel a lot of you are like, oh my gosh, I can finally do this with somebody. This person is open for it. This person wants to go into those deep, dark conversations also. So I feel a lot of you are feeling like, wow, I can really vibe with this person. I can tell them anything. They're opening up to me. They're telling me all kinds of stuff they never told anybody before. That's really big for a Scorpio. That level of emotional intimacy is something that can be challenging for a Scorpio to find. Because let's face it, Scorpio is intense, very deep emotionally. And a lot of people aren't ready. They're not ready to go as deep as Scorpio can go. But this person is ready for it. And they love you for it. And they want it. They want to go into those deep, deep conversations. And, you know, working through the past and childhood. And I also feel that there's something here in the two of you coming together that is giving birth to something spiritual. So if you are a spiritual teacher, or you have some kind of spiritual business, there may be something in the interaction with this person that's helping you to be a better healer or better teacher. Or this person might be helping you put together some kind of like workshop or a workbook or something to kind of help process through stuff. Maybe it's the spiritual journey as a couple, right? Maybe you guys are experiencing the spiritual journey as a couple, and then you're putting it out there for couples who are awakening, and the challenges that can come up when people are awakening in a relationship, and how to work through and come out of it stronger, and, you know, still keep the relationship, you know, together. Sometimes when people awaken, they feel like, oh my gosh, like it's going to tear us apart, or we're not going to be able to be together anymore. And that's not always the case. Okay. So for some reason, I feel those of you that are on a spiritual path, or you do some kind of counseling or teaching, or something along the lines of like spiritually based stuff, this relationship is a big, big part of what's going to make you more helpful to your clients or to your following. The next card that's coming up here, Scorpio, is the Five of Cups. Now, Five of Cups can be disappointments. All right? Five of Cups can also be grieving and mourning. So one of you could be grieving or mourning a situation, and you might be leaning on the other for help, for reassurance, for comfort. Maybe it's you, maybe it's your partner. For some reason, Scorpio, I feel that either you or your partner is having a lot of challenges and a lot of difficulties in their family life. And then when your relationship begins to strengthen, or you guys are taking something next level, it's like throwing gasoline onto the fire. Okay? So for some of you, maybe your family doesn't want you with this person, or they don't want you in a relationship, period. They want to hold on to you. You're very beneficial for them, or vice versa. If you are dealing with a Virgo, Spirit is reminding me that I think it was the October love reading for Virgo. Again, I never even remember readings, but Spirit's reminding me of this. Something came up, or if you have a Virgo placement, this can also be very significant. Something came up in the Virgo love reading last month, that they were really weighed down by these obligations. And they were like, I just want to be happy. I want to be happy. I want to do what makes me happy. I want to live for me. So if you have a Virgo placement, or you're dealing with a Virgo, there might be family who is making this Virgo or Virgo placement person feel very guilty. Like, look at you. You're just going to go running off, and you're just going to, like, you know, have this midlife crisis, or you're doing this or you're doing that. Like, what about us? Like, I feel somebody is being made to feel as though they're being very selfish, which is sad, because this is a very happy connection. And so some of you are going to need to be comforting to this person if it's your person who's in this energy. You might be tempted to like get kind of offended and be like, hey, don't let them talk about me like that. What's wrong with me? Well, you better go and you better tell them how happy I make you. You better go and tell them not to insult me. You might get all offended, like, you better go fight for me. You better go defend me. But take a step back, Scorpio, and realize that your person might be making a really big sacrifice to be with you, and they might have, even though these people are toxic, and even though you realize that your person is going to be better off without them around, don't fall into the temptation of being like, go and defend me. Realize that your person is going to have to process this loss. This is going to be like a death for them. And so you have to be there for them emotionally and comfort them through it. You might have to put your ego aside for a little bit. And just in the beginning, as they're grieving, as they're feeling this sadness over losing certain people, let them know, hey, I'm here for you. I care about you. I'm so sorry that you're going through this. You want to talk about it? I'm here. I'm listening. I do feel your person will eventually stand up once they've had a chance to process the shock and the grief and the sadness. They will get angry and they will stand up and they will be like, hey, you know what? Scorpio's not the one causing divisions here. You're the one causing divisions. Like, our door is open. We have nothing but love for everybody. We want everybody to come, get along. But if you want to be that way, that's on you. Right? And so I do feel like your person will stand up and defend you. But in the beginning, you just need to be there for them. Put the ego aside for a little bit and be there for them, because I feel this person has a lot of grief that they need to process, a lot of sadness they need to process. 5 of Cups can also indicate that maybe the two of you together are helping each other come out of self-medicating habits. We self-medicate in different ways. It could be alcohol, food, physical intimacy, shopping, gambling. It could be so many different ways. And so I feel there's an aspect for a lot of you where you and your partner are able to work together and connect emotionally and help each other break out of these, temptations to self-medicate or to deal with really big emotions that come up. The next card that's coming up here for you, Scorpio, look at this. So even though there's these trivial disappointments, we have the 6 of Wands, and this is victory. This is overcoming obstacles, overcoming challenges. So I said I was going to sprinkle in the messages that I was, the vibe I was getting when I heard the song. So what I was getting, and this might be why people are talking, Scorpio. This might be what's setting people off, or they're looking at you in like a gross kind of way, or, ew, why are you with this person? And you're having a midlife crisis kind of thing. I feel like the physical, first and foremost, we do know this is a significant soulmate. We know that you guys were meant to meet, that you guys have a lot of past lives together. So already there's going to be a really intense connection. But the physical chemistry that I was getting was really off the charts. And I'm just talking about like not being able to keep your hands off of each other and just very deep, sensual kissing and touching and just like loving every aspect of each other. Every little, seemingly imperfection, whatever it is that you might be insecure about, this person loves, and vice versa, right? And so I got this feeling or this sense of like, just kind of disappearing together, like just kind of being lost in each other and spending a lot of alone time together and a lot of time in that physical intimacy and, like not getting to your phones right away, if at all, for a few days. And so I just got this feeling of like just this really like, lost in each other, very sensual, love-making kind of energy. And so I think this is something that the people are picking up on. Like they can see that you guys have a very strong connection, and they can tell that you guys are like really not able to keep your hands off of each other. And for some reason, this is triggering certain people, whether it's triggering people in your life or in your partner's life. That's on them. For whatever reason they're being triggered by it, they're being triggered by it. Maybe you're dealing with someone who has grown kids and they just really do not want to see their parent in that physical dynamic. And they might be seeing you as like some gross, dirty old man or dirty old lady coming in and seducing their parent or something. I just feel that some of you are dealing with someone who's been very selfless for a very long time. And to see their friend or their family member like just really in this really sensual cloud nine kind of energy is very difficult for them to process. But the Six of Wands tells us whatever challenges you guys have or whatever, drama or shade people are throwing your way, you're overcoming it. In Scorpio, Six of Wands can sometimes come in my readings when there's a sense of vindication or validation. So if you're the person in the situation that's getting talked bad about, that they're like, oh, why are you with Scorpio? Scorpio is a gold digger. Scorpio is a player. Scorpio is a hoe. Scorpio is this. Scorpio is that. Or, like you're going to see like they're playing with your head and they might be saying really negative things about you. But the Six of Wands for me is like a vindication and a validation where it's like the truth is being revealed. Oftentimes, and we don't want to wish this on anybody because we don't want to put that kind of karma out there on us. But oftentimes I see with the Six of Wands, the person who's saying all these things about you, they're like that. And then something happens and the truth is revealed and it's like, oh, okay, so I guess you were busy doing all of the things you said Scorpio was doing, right? There's some kind of truth being revealed where people know that you didn't say those things or do those things, but also the person that was trying to bring you down, something is happening where like they're getting shamed or they're getting revealed, right? And so don't worry too much about what people are saying. Because the truth is going to come out. The truth is going to be revealed. And as far as whatever sadness or difficulty you or your partner are having in the relationship, Six of Wands tells us you're going to overcome it. You're going to come out of it. I feel that between now and the end of the year even, there's going to be really big positive changes in your relationship, really big like milestones or advancements. So this could be engagement that's coming in very quickly, or marriage that's coming in very quickly, or a big relocation, or moving into your dream place, or buying land or something together. I feel there's big milestones happening in a very short period of time with your person. Now your next card here, look at this, another major arcana card, and it's you, Scorpio. It's your card, okay? So the Death card is, again, major arcana, new chapter, big change, big shift. And it can indicate that there's a permanent change coming into your life. Your life is never going to be the same again. So we talked about always and forever. This could be like the ending of being single for you, especially if you're somebody who's been single for a long time. Like this is a permanent change. This is a permanent relationship. Some of you are letting the old fall away as you're coming into this awakening as a couple. And there might be, I'm hearing the quote by Rumi, be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. And so some of you are letting people fall away and there's big changes happening as you're moving forward as a couple. But for me, in my readings, when I'm reading for somebody and your major arcana card comes up, it's telling me that you have a lot more power in the situation than you realize. And it's telling me if you are dealing with a Virgo, there might be initially some power struggles with you and Virgo. Okay, you guys might both be kind of badasses. You guys both might kind of have alpha energy, right? And so there might be some power struggles, but we do have the Six of Wands here. So this does tell us that you're going to overcome those challenges and you might find equal balance and equal partnership. You're able to shift it into an equal relationship versus power struggle. But for me, as I said, it's telling me that this situation is directly connected to you finding, like coming into your authentic self, your authenticity. So as I said, this is someone who's really loving and embracing all these things about you, even the things that made you feel insecure. And this is making you feel safe to really come out of your shell. And some of you Scorpios are already coming at me at the comments. I can feel it. I haven't posted this video yet, but energetically I feel it. Oh, no, I came into my authenticity. I let the dead leaves drop already. Oh, I already had this happen to me before. I'm telling you, Scorpio, I know many of you have had over the last 6 months massive changes and transformations where you have been embracing your authenticity. But something about this connection with this person, you thought you were already there. You're going to discover aspects of yourself you didn't even realize were hidden. Because there's so much acceptance and non-judgmental energy and so much love that it's like this person is emerging that you didn't even know was hiding in there. And so I feel like a lot of you are going to find talents and gifts you didn't realize that you had, or certain aspects of your personality that you've been pushing down because you were taught to fit in or blend in or play small. This is especially going to be true for any of you that are doing something in teaching, healing, guiding other people. If you're a psychologist or a therapist, a life coach, a spiritual teacher, an energy healer, an intuitive, if you're in the work of guiding people, I feel this is especially true, that there's like this this person emerging out of you that you didn't even realize you had hidden. Okay? You thought that you stopped playing small. You are a giant, and you're about to find that out. And I think the great thing about this person is they love it. They love it about you. They're not going to be like all intimidated all of a sudden, or embarrassed, or, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. On the contrary, they're encouraging you. They're rooting for you. So when your major arcana card comes up, this is all about embracing your authenticity, living your life unapologetically as who you are, shaking off the programming, shaking off the conditioning, living your best life, falling in love with yourself in a non-narcissistic kind of way. It's a very powerful energy. Okay, so to have your major arcana card in a reading is really good. The next card here is the Two of Wands. And this is good. This can be choices, decisions, but it can also be partnerships. Partnerships. So I do feel in this relationship, this is something where you guys are going to have to make some really big life decisions and choices. I feel that the person you're dealing with is very, very intuitive. And I'm getting the craziest message from the Two of Wands that I've never, ever gotten from Two of Wands ever before. But as I was looking at the Two of Wands, I heard Nostradamus. Okay? One of the things that Nostradamus liked to do, he would scry in the water. Scrying is like when you look into a crystal ball, or you look into a bowl of water and you look for the shadows, you look for the movement, and you start to have visions, or you start to see things in the crystal, or you see things in the water. It's called scrying, right? Or, laying there and looking up at the clouds is a form of scrying. You start to see shapes, right? But when you're scrying, you attach messages to the shapes that you're seeing or the visions that you're seeing. And so as I'm looking at Two of Wands, I got like Nostradamus looking into the water, scrying, like getting information about the future, or having visions, or seeing things that are coming. And so I feel that you are highly intuitive. Those of you who are healers, who are spiritually awake or doing spiritual work. And this person is very spiritually gifted, highly psychic. And I feel like you guys are tapping into, for lack of a better word, prophesying or prophecy. Some of you might be watching my videos with a bit of a guilty conscience, and that you feel you shouldn't be, because you might be very involved in the church. And you might be like, well, Amethyst talks about angels and she talks about God, so maybe it's okay. I'm not here to tell you that you should or shouldn't watch me. You should do whatever feels right for you. But I feel some of you, even like maybe this is a relationship where you are working together and you're receiving messages together, and you're guiding a group or a community or even a church for some of you. So this can be like a I don't know if pastor, like a pastor couple or something. But I just feel like it's this thing of like this married couple. What was it? Was his name Jim and Tammy Baker? maybe not like that. Maybe not to that extent, but like this married couple who is prophesying or preaching or guiding together a group or a community. This is really interesting, right? Before I'd be like, oh, this sounds kind of really out there, but we're in such crazy times and we're in such a time of awakening and shifting that it doesn't surprise me that this is coming up, especially for Scorpio. Scorpio is highly spiritually in tune, highly gifted, highly psychic. But I'm telling you, I feel like you guys are coming together and you're helping a lot of people. I'm even looking at Two of Wands and I'm hearing Joseph. Joseph was sold into slavery by his brothers because they were jealous of him. But God turned it around and turned it into a blessing. And he had dreams and visions that eventually helped him to get, into a very high level of rulership. And he was able to save a lot of people from famine. And if that resonates with you, that resonates with you. And so I feel for some of you, you and your partner maybe coming together and finding a way to help people navigate the challenges that are coming up. You're going to be one step ahead. And you're going to know, you're going to be guided how to get through the challenges and the difficulties and how to help and guide others through these challenges. Maybe through actually, literally helping people with food and feeding people. Okay? That can be coming up for some of you as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I encourage you to watch your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign if you haven't already. Some months, those are going to resonate with you more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. I'll have it linked in the description as well. Don't forget to check out the weekly forecast, guys, where I talk about everything other than love. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Take care, Scorpio.